I enrolled for embedded systems.
Introduction to data analytics and machine learning.
Introduction to modern application development.
Project planning and control.
Introduction to programming in सीखा था.
I did the health research fundamentals.
Introduction to airplane performance.
This is my 11th exam.
FAB certificate कर चुका हूँ मैं.
I'm an associate professor in chemistry at Pachayappa's College, Chennai.
Research scholar.
I'm a scientist in DRDO.
Employed in TVS Group.
I'm a pediatrician.
I'm working in Chennai port.
I'm 17 years old now. Completed my 12th.
Working at Yamaha Motors R&D.
I'm working in the Adyar Cancer Institute in Chennai.
I feel much happy to attend this exam.
Learning experience is excellent.
Whatever the questions posted in the forum, it's immediately being answered. That is an amazing work what they are doing it really.
With respect to NPTEL, the quality of lectures and delivery, the contents to the students, no doubt, unquestionable. And it's too good. The examination today I really enjoyed.
I've been traveling more than 2 hours daily. I just hearing the entire video conversation throughout my journey, like not sitting in home.
I was working in a different domain totally, like mainframes. So the course which I took was Introduction to Modern Application Development. So this course was very helpful because I've learned new technologies.
The course content was very extraordinary, to be precise. Even if you compare to other websites, they don't offer certification like MIT or any Carnegie Mellon open courseware. But this is a very good initiative by the IITs and IIScs, which can improve the standard of education.
I was expecting to get gold medal by IIT, but I don't know it will be there or not.
It's a nice opportunity for people outside of IITs to be able to take an exam that is conducted by IIT. So the standards are pretty good, obviously.
I have learned more in these 3 months than taking some papers in the college.
Even at the age of 50 plus, we are getting some enthusiasm to go through all these lectures and all those things.
Another person from my college has taken it in another center, and both of us feel that the teaching was absolutely brilliant throughout the course. And it's not only theory, even practice is there. They actually showed us through the flight lab, and they actually had very, very practical examples.
For youngster, definitely it is useful. But this type of courses, if you find in other places, it is very, very costly. But here it is for learning purpose, it is cheap. For obtaining a certificate, it is only a nominal fees.
I appreciate the initiative of MHRD and the strenuous efforts taken by the IIT groups for providing the latest and technically sound education on online mode.
This is the first time I felt that some course for working professionals, and it is well organized as such.
Nowadays, doctors are expected to do a lot of research also, apart from seeing patients. So this course helped me to learn a lot.
It was a nice experience. It's wonderful in sitting along with the students and solving the problems. Makes us to be more concentrated with the course, to have a better deliverability of the content, to the recent trends are in par with the reputed institutions. This course was really like, bringing a bridge across what we are doing now and what we are going to do in the future.
This program will be the harbinger of a big intervention in India in the area of online education, so that we can address the grand challenge of providing high quality and useful education to a very, very large number, probably the largest number of youngsters in the world.
I enrolled for embedded systems.
Introduction to data analytics and machine learning.
Introduction to modern application development.
Project planning and control.
Introduction to programming in सीखा था.
I did the health research fundamentals.
Introduction to airplane performance.
This is my 11th exam.
5 certificate कर चुका हूँ मैं.
I'm an associate professor in chemistry at Pachayappa's College, Chennai.
Research scholar.
I'm a scientist in DRDO.
Employed in TVS Group.
I'm a pediatrician.
I'm working in Chennai port.
I'm 17 years old now. Completed my 12th.
Working at Yamaha Motors R&D.
I'm working in the Adyar Cancer Institute in Chennai.
I feel much happy to attend this exam.
Learning experience is excellent.
Whatever the questions posted in the forum, it's immediately being answered. That is an amazing work what they are doing it really.
With respect to NPTEL, the quality of lectures and delivery, the contents to the students, no doubt, unquestionable. And it's too good. The examination today I really enjoyed.
I've been traveling more than 2 hours daily. I just hearing that entire video conversation throughout my journey, like not sitting in home.
I was working in a different domain totally, like mainframes. So the course which I took was Introduction to Modern Application Development. So this course was very helpful because I've learned new technologies.
The course content was very extraordinary, to be precise. Even if you compare to other websites, they don't offer certification like MIT or any Carnegie Mellon open courseware. But this is a very good initiative by the IITs and IIScs, which can improve the standard of education.
I was expecting to get gold medal by IIT, but I don't know it will be there or not.
It's a nice opportunity for people outside of IITs to be able to take an exam that is conducted by IIT, so the standards are pretty good obviously.
I have learned more in these 3 months than taking some papers in the college.
Even at the age of 50 plus, we are getting some enthusiasm to go through all these lectures and all those things.
Another person from my college has taken it in another center, and both of us feel that the teaching was absolutely brilliant throughout the course. And it's not only theory, even practice is there. They actually showed us through the flight lab, and they actually had very, very practical examples.
For youngster, definitely it is useful. But this type of courses, if you find in other places, it is very, very costly. But here it is for learning purpose, it is cheap. For obtaining a certificate, it is only a nominal fees.
I appreciate the initiative of MHRD and the strenuous efforts taken by the IIT groups for providing the latest and technically sound education on online mode.
This is the first time I felt that some course for working professionals, and it is well organized as such.
Nowadays, doctors are expected to do a lot of research also, apart from seeing patients. So this course helped me to learn a lot.
It was a nice experience. It's wonderful in sitting along with the students and solving the problems. Makes us to be more concentrated with the course, to have a better deliverability of the content, to the recent trends are in par with the reputed institutions.
This course was really like, bringing a bridge across what we are doing now and what we are going to do in the future.
This program will be the harbinger of a big intervention in India in the area of online education, so that we can address the grand challenge of providing high quality and useful education to a very, very large number, probably the largest number of youngsters in the world.
Vignesh, let's wait for 1 or 2 more minutes, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
So, Vijay Moore, sir,
Yeah.
and Neha, shall we start the program?
Yeah, we can start.
Okay. Okay, Vignesh, you can go live now. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. We are live now. Please start.
Okay, you can start the program, sir, please.
Hi. Good morning, all of you. I, Vijay More, SPOC at MET's Institute of Engineering, Bhujbal Knowledge City, Nashik, Maharashtra. Take privilege to welcome you all to this one-day NPTEL awareness e-workshop jointly organized by our institute, MET's Institute of Engineering, Bhujbal Knowledge City, Nashik, Maharashtra, and Government Polytechnic, Panchkula, Haryana. NPTEL is National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning, a project funded by Government of India and is initiated by 7 premier IITs in 2003, which is now comes under SWAYAM umbrella. The objective of this workshop is to provide maximum awareness among learners about NPTEL courses, NPTEL online certification, and different initiatives started by NPTEL IIT Madras. I am very much happy to share that our institute successfully running NPTEL local chapter from January 2017, and since then our local chapter is active local chapter, and many students and staff availed benefit of this activity by completing so many courses. Many from them secured top 1%, top 2%, top 5% rankings, in addition with gold and silver certifications. We are now proudly say that our institute is associated with NPTEL IIT Madras. Being a representative of active local chapter, I wish you all the best, and I am sure that everyone of you will be really benefited by joining NPTEL SWAYAM courses. I now request Shri Harish Sharma ji, Training and Placement Officer, Government Polytechnic, Panchkula, for briefing of their college. Harish Sharma sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Sir, as Mr. More has told you that this online learning initiative is becoming one of the most cost-effective way to educate the world's
Excuse me,
rapidly
sir.
expanding world. Yes, ma'am.
Can you switch on your video?
Sure.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everybody again. This online learning initiative is becoming one of the most cost-effective ways to educate the world's rapidly expanding workforce. In view of this, a day like today is very important for all of us, as it provides us the opportunity to learn about NPTEL courses, which are very popular in technical education fields. The aim of these NPTEL workshops is to create maximum awareness among students and the faculty members about NPTEL and its various initiatives. Now, let me introduce our institute, that is Government Polytechnic, Sector 26, Panchkula, Haryana. This institute was established with effect from the session 2019-20, and at present there are 5 diploma courses in the institute, namely architecture assistantship, computer engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, medical lab technology, with a sanction intake of 60 students in each branch. And we achieved the target of 100% admission in all the branches. We are working under the dynamic leadership of our worthy principal, Mr. Daljit Singh ji, and we are working with a vision to be the best polytechnic in North India in the next year, and one of the best polytechnic of the country in the next 2-3 years. The institute imparts quality education to the students. State government of Haryana, through Department of Technical Education, has established a center, Mahagyani Rishi Ashtavakra Kendra, known as MRAK, at our institute. This Kendra is offering 3 diploma courses in computer engineering, architecture assistantship, medical lab technology, with intake of 30 in each branch, with effect from the session 2021-22. And these courses are for persons with speech and hearing impairment. This Kendra is first of its kind in North India. Our institute has done extraordinary work in the field of social sector by implementing National Scholarship Scheme of AICT, that is Pragati and Saksham schemes, which has greatly benefited our girls and especially able students. We have also set up MOUs with 7 industries for a period of 5 years for training and placement of the students. We have organized job fairs and a placement drive by VDN Technology Manisar was also organized recently, in which 119 girls were got placed from various polytechnics. So this will be a quantum leap towards government initiative of Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. This SWAM NPTEL local chapter was established in 2021. We have also set up entrepreneurship cell, NSS unit, NCC unit at our institute. Traffic interpretation center has been set up in the institute to create awareness regarding growing accidents on roads. This center is educating people about the traffic rules and make our youth responsible towards driving. An Eco Club Nature Interpretation Center is created at the institute. Tree plantation drive, poster making competitions were also organized in our institute. Besides these, we have sufficient sport facilities for boys and girls at the campus. Since our first batch is passing out in 2022, so we are in touch with many industries, and many placement drives are in pipeline, which will be organized in coming months. With this, I conclude, and I'm thankful to all of you, Mr. More and Neha, and our worthy principal Daljit Singh ji, for giving me an opportunity to interact with all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I now request Sri Daljit Singh Ji, Principal, Government Polytechnic, Panchkula, to say about their college.
Thank you, sir. Myself, Daljit Singh, Principal, Government Polytechnic, Panchkula. First of all, I would like to welcome and thanks Mrs. Kamla Ramakrishnan, NPTEL resource person, Divya Ma'am, IIT Madras, Vijay Moreji, MIET Institute Nashik, our worthy Honorable Training Placement Officer Harish Sharma ji, and our NPTEL coordinator Neha ji, and others who had played a role for making such workshop in a short spell for the beneficiary of our students and staff and nearby tri area of this city. So I want to thanks of the NPTEL who has established local chapter at Government Polytechnic Panchkula for building the desirable climate of digital learning in Tri-City region and also to encourage the young generation, that is our students, to upgrade the skill and knowledge for the quality education. I would also called upon the faculty to come forward and take the quality initiative of Government of India, NPTEL, and mock test etc. to enhance more students across the institute to strengthen their learning and career path by joining the online courses through the available platforms. The aim of NPTEL Awards awareness workshop is to create maximum awareness to the faculty and students about NPTEL. Due to COVID time, it is a mandatory and compulsory, I think so, in each and every institute. I think it should be participation by the faculty should be made mandatory in this regard. We have always been encouraging teachers and students to upgrade their knowledge and enhance their skills through NPTEL and other courses. And so nice of you. Again, I want to thank Mrs. Kamla Ramakrishna ji, Sri Vijay Moreji, Divya Ma'am NPTEL, and all other teams and our team also, Miss Neha and Sri Harish Sharma ji and other members who had coordinated and started and this workshop in a very short spell of time. Thank you again, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I now request Professor Dr. M.U. Kharat, Vice Principal and Head Department of Computer Engineering, MET Institute of Engineering, Bhujbal City, Nashik, Maharashtra, to say about our college. Kharat, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, madam. Good morning, all participants of this particular workshop. On behalf of MET Institute of Engineering and NPTEL chapter of Institute of Engineering, Bhujbal Knowledge City, Nashik, I welcome you all. In a brief, I would like to highlight the benefits and the contribution of NPTEL for our institute and contribution of NPTEL and its courses for entire academic setup of different institutions as well. The first and foremost benefit that we are receiving is towards the inspections of the accreditation processes. While going for the accreditation processes, being a part of SWAYAM through NPTEL, through virtual laboratories, we are getting the best benefits of being associated with the NPTEL chapter, and we are running this NPTEL chapter very successfully. And with the success and good outcome of that, today's accreditation processes which are outcome based, we are getting the benefit for those. Association of NPTEL chapter with our institute is percolated to the faculty members, to the students and the other industry stakeholders even, I am happy to share with you that some of the industry persons who are on our board are also participating through our chapter and getting the benefit of NPTEL courses for their enhancement in their career as well, in the development of industries as well. For the advancements of the industries, even NPTEL courses are having those kind of contents, are having those kind of, you can say, the setups available with the NPTEL chapter. Apart from that, we are affiliated to the Pune University, Savitribai Phule Pune University, which is now offering honors courses. For such kind of honors courses, we have mapped the NPTEL courses and we have made it compulsory for all the faculty members and the students concerned with those subjects, concerned with those honor courses, to get the certification of such courses, so that along with our regular teaching learning processes, they are getting some more insights of the subjects through NPTEL courses. And as a cumulative effect of all this, while going through the various accreditation processes, in the best practices, we have been, I can say, we have been appreciated by the committees that we have set up of workload distribution to the faculties. And in the workload distribution, we have made it mandatory for all the faculty members that they should complete minimum 1 or 2 courses related to their subjects, which are available in the NPTEL course structures. Every 4 months or every 6 months, we are receiving the new list of courses from the NPTEL. We are regularly circuiting it, and our faculty members are getting upgraded through such courses, through such certification from NPTEL. And as a result of that, our local chapter of NPTEL and our SPOC, Professor More, are appreciated several times from the NPTEL IIT Madras. Such kind of value additions we are regularly experiencing and observing during our conduction of the academics, during our conduction of the regular part of the academics, practicals, theory, and many more things. On this behalf, I appeal all the participants to get as much as possible benefits of the NPTEL IIT Madras chapter and get associated with them. I am very much privileged to announce over here that we are getting good kind of support, instantaneous support from NPTEL Madras chapter. From the NPTEL Madras for our local chapter, whatever things we need, whatever difficulties we face. Normally, we are not facing any difficulties because of their strong support. But if they are very much responsive, and we are getting very good response always from NPTEL Madras chapter. On this behalf, for against briefing my these wordings, I am thankful to the principal of Government Polytechnic Panchkula, who has extended his association with us for conduction of this particular workshop. I am thankful to our principal, Professor Dr. B.P. Wani, our mentor, Dr. Shefali Bhujbal, trustees, Samir Bhujbal sir, Pankaj Bhujbal sir, and our founder chairman, Shri Chaganji Bhujbal sir. On this occasion, I wish all the best to the NPTEL for its future endeavor, and expect some more responsibilities from NPTEL IIT to shoulder in coming days in future. Thank you. All the best to all participants. Please get the benefit as much as possible of this particular workshop. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I now request Ms. Nehamida ma'am, SPOC, Government Polytechnic, Panchkula, to introduce today's resource person, Kamala Ramkrishnan. Nehamida ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to welcome Kamla ma'am, NPTEL resource person, Divya ma'am, IIT Madras and other NPTEL team, and Vijay Moore sir and other dignitaries. Now I would like to introduce Ma'am Kamla Ramakrishnan. Ms. Kamla Ramakrishnan is currently working as Chief Manager at NPTEL. After completing a degree in law, specializing in employment law from the University of Kerala, she joined a law firm in United States of America, where she worked with lead attorneys representing MNCs. Later on, ma'am worked as a documentation specialist for Bentley Systems USA, where she did the editing team and was the in charge of end-to-end publishing of online and print content. Ma'am holds an international diploma from Cambridge University, England, in teachers training, and she has tried her hands at teaching middle school children. Kamla ma'am currently heads the exam operations for both NPTEL and IIT programs. She also interacts with NPTEL Industry Associates and contributes to administrative tasks of NPTEL. So Kamla ma'am will give NPTEL lecture to all of us. Thank you, Kamla ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the kind words. Once again, welcome all the dignitaries here today, the SPOCs, the principals, and other staff that are joining today from various colleges. And we have a huge audience that has joined through our YouTube link. So welcome to all of you. So today we are going to talk about the various initiatives that NPTEL has to offer for both faculty as well as students. So we hope that, it will be a good takeaway from all of you. Some of you are already familiar with our processes and the initiatives. There may be new learners who are coming to NPTEL for the first time. So we hope that this will be a useful session for you. And we also want to emphasize that since this is not an in-person workshop, and since we are doing it in the online mode, we are going to try to make it as an interactive session. So we have a couple of ways by which we are going to have a little bit of polls in between. So we want the audience to take their mobile and participate in the polls, or you can do it through your laptop or desktop also. So we'll give you a link, we'll give you a code, plug it in, and then immediately you get the question will come on your screen. You just have to answer those questions. So based on these questions, we will also take the workshop forward. So welcome all of you. So most of you already know that, even before the pandemic struck, we have been offering these courses online, right? So the online mode of teaching has been initiated by NPTEL long back. But now, because of the pandemic, things have changed, and the learners also now, instead of thinking at that as a new way of learning, now this has become the everyday way of learning, because it was new to many people in the beginning, but over the last 2 years, people have adjusted to this way of learning, and this is going to be one of the modes of learning here on across the world, not just in our parts of the country. So people have adjusted, people have accepted, the teachers, the learners, everybody has accepted that the going forward, the learning is going to be in the hybrid mode. You have to do some amount of learning online, some amount of learning in person in classrooms. So having said that, let us see how NPTEL can help a learner acquire some skills and knowledge through our courses. So I'm requesting my colleague here, Divya, to share her screen, and we'll go into the PPT immediately. Divya, please do. Okay, so most of you are familiar with the NPTEL logo now. This logo comes in all certificates and so on. So you are familiar with this. So what is NPTEL? NPTEL stands for National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning. So we started this initiative in 2003, that is about 18 years back. And this initiative was started by the central government, that is Ministry of Education, formerly called MHRD. Now it is MOE. So the ministry started this initiative because they felt that there is a dearth of good qualified teaching faculty in many parts of our country. And we also know that many learners, many students are trying to join IITs through various entrance exams and so on. But we have only limited seats and not everybody can get into the IITs. So why not take the good quality education from IITs and other prominent institutes to our learners across the world? That is how the idea started. And NPTEL came about in 2003. And at that time, it started in a very small scale. So some of the teaching that was happening in various IITs, that was recorded and the videos were uploaded on the NPTEL site for anyone to access. From the beginning, to access video courses in NPTEL, there is no login required. For every course outside NPTEL, anything you see on online today, you need a login. You need to log into their website and do that. Here, you just have to go to NPTEL website, search for the course, and the material is accessible to any learner for free. So this is the model that we have continued since 2003. There is no change in that. Even today, the material that we have made available on our website is free for anyone. Next slide, please. Okay, so NPTEL, as I said, it started out as an online repository of various content, predominantly in the engineering disciplines. Then in 2014, we moved on to certification courses, domain certifications, FDP, and so on. So today in this session, it will go on for about 2 hours. We will cover all these aspects. So the learners who are students, who are faculty will benefit from that. Next, please. Okay, so here's the first poll. So we want to understand how many of you of the viewers are out there who are students as well as faculty. So how do you participate in this poll? Go to menti.com and enter the code 79370974. Go to menti.com. You can go in your mobile phone or on your desktop. Go to menti.com, enter the code 79370974, or there is a QR code that is showing on the screen. You can scan the QR code also. That will also take you to menti.com. Okay, let's see the question again. Are you a student or faculty? Please start voting. I want all the viewers, whoever is watching this session today, please register your vote. So depending on how the students, how many students and faculty are there, we will also address you accordingly. So please start the voting. Number of students versus number of faculty. How many of the viewers today are students or faculty? Please start voting now. Use your mobile phone, use your laptop, continue the voting process. The voting is open now. Okay, we are starting to see people vote now. Please register your votes. Okay, so far 4 students. Let's see more votes now. Okay, 1 faculty and remaining have been students. Those of you watching us through YouTube, Divya, you can post this in the YouTube chat also. Menti.com and the code. Okay, a lot of students, but we can see some 250 people plus that are watching this through YouTube. So please register your votes. These numbers are very low. Please register your votes now. Are you a student or faculty? Okay, please register your votes now. We are going to wait for a few more minutes. Those of you who have not voted, please do now. We have only 30 participants so far. So I can see a lot more students and faculty are joining through the YouTube link. Please register your vote. You can vote through your mobile. Go to menti.com, use the code 79370974. Okay, we have a little bit more time. Please register your vote. Okay, let's start the timer now. Okay, it's there. Okay. So we have only 40 seconds left. Let us see more votes now. So predominantly it's students who are watching today. So we have about 85% that are students, about 10% faculty and 6% others. Okay, 51, 53 votes have come in so far. There are a lot more viewers out there. Please register your votes. Go to menti.com, enter the code that is visible on your screen now. Only 20 more seconds. Please participate in the vote now. We want to make this interactive. It should not be just you sitting there and watching the session. So let us make it interactive. Please register your vote. Okay, last 10 seconds to register your vote. Those who have not done it, do it immediately. Okay, the voting is closing now. Yeah, voting is closed. Okay, so we can see that, about 87% of the participants today are students. Very good. So those of you who are already familiar with this, you may come to understand a few new things today. Those of you who are new today, please pay attention to what we are saying today. So you will get a better understanding of how to make a good use of NPTEL courses. And all the faculty out there, once the session is over, you can conduct your own local workshops for your students and other faculty. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so many of you always ask us this question. What is the difference between SWAYAM and NPTEL? The SWAYAM is the National MOOCs Portal of India. This is the umbrella organization started by the Government of India. So NPTEL is one of the coordinators under SWAYAM. So you can see all the logos at the bottom of the screen here. You have AICTE, CEC, IGNOU, NCERT, NPTEL, UGC, etc. So as you can see, NPTEL is one of the national coordinators under SWAYAM. So if you see a notification from UGC, from any other government bodies saying that it is mandatory for faculty, mandatory for students, etc., to take up a SWAYAM course. If you take up an NPTEL course, that means you are taking a SWAYAM course. Okay, so NPTEL courses are part of SWAYAM. If you complete an NPTEL course, that means you are completing a SWAYAM course. Okay, so NPTEL is the national coordinator for engineering courses for both UG and PG. So you will see NPTEL courses that are both UG and PG students who can take these courses. We all IITs have other departments also, such as humanities and Divya, can you mute one of the other participants or ask them to mute themselves? Just put it in the chat. Okay, so Professor Madan Karat, can you please mute yourself? Thank you, sir. Okay, so under SWAYAM there are 9 coordinators as shown here. So NPTEL is one of them, and all IITs, as I was mentioning, have other departments also, such as humanities and basic sciences and so on. So we do offer courses in humanities, courses in management, courses in languages and so on. So NPTEL is not just engineering courses. We have a whole bunch of other courses also. Later on, we'll show you how to join a course and so on. And the latest semester, that is Jan 2022 semester, courses are open for enrollment right now. So those of you out there, if you are interested in joining any NPTEL courses, please watch this session today and understand how to join and how to benefit from NPTEL courses. And NPTEL also does the technical maintenance of the SWAYAM portal. But all the other coordinators conduct their own courses, their own exams and so on. We help to maintain the portal. We are also in charge of maintaining the SWAYAM portal. Next one, please. Okay, so this is something we already mentioned. We started in 2003. We are 18 years old. So the idea was to provide high quality, affordable education at a large scale that will reach every nook and corner of our country. So we started developing video lectures, some course content, and offer these online courses. And then later on, from 2014, we have started conducting exams for certification also. And these courses have now been adopted by colleges and universities for credit transfer. So all these points will be discussed further in today's session. Next slide, please. Okay, here is the next poll. So those of you who are now familiar with the process, please go to menti.com, use the code, put in the code. How many courses do we have on NPTEL website? Take a guess. Is it 300, 500, 1000, 2000, 5000? Take a guess. How many courses do we have on NPTEL website? Please register your vote. We want you to actively participate. Please register your votes. How many courses do we have on NPTEL website? Divya, you can put again, remind in the
चल रही है वो जो मेरा वाला शुरू में था ना.
Harish Kumar sir, can you please mute yourself? Okay, the poll is open. How many courses do we have on NPTEL website? Please take a guess. You know, do you think it is 300? It is 500? Is it 1000, 2000, 5000? How many courses do we have on NPTEL website today? So keep in mind, we had started this 18 years back. So it's a long time. A lot of courses can be on the website. Take a guess and register your vote immediately. So let's wait for a few more seconds and see, and then we'll start the countdown. Okay. Divya, do you have a 15-second countdown? Okay, 30 seconds. Please put 30 seconds. Okay, the countdown is on the screen. Please start voting now. Predominantly, people are saying it's 2000. Let us see if you are right. You have another 20 seconds to register your vote. Those of you who have not voted yet, please go ahead and vote. And please mention it in the Mentimeter. I'm seeing so many of you mentioning it in the chat window. Please mention this in the go to menti.com and enter the code and vote there. Okay, those of you putting it in the chat window, please go to menti.com and mention your answer there. Okay, voting is closed now. Predominantly, people have said it's 2000 courses. So let us see if you are right. Okay, a small bunch have mentioned the other numbers also. Let us see if you are right. Divya, go to the next slide, please. Okay, so you can see in the left blue box, it says 2300 courses. So yes, those of you who voted 2000, your answer is the closest one. Today we have 2300 courses offered through NPTEL, free for anyone to access. So this is considered as one of the largest online repositories of engineering course material and also one of the most successful multi-institutional projects in our country today. Why multi-institutional? All the IITs, IIC Bangalore and other prominent institutes such as CMI and Kerala Mathematical Institute and so many other prominent international law school, Delhi University, a lot of good universities, good colleges have offered courses through us, a few from outside India also. So several institutes have come together to offer courses in this one portal. So that is why it's called multi-institutional project and one of the most successful ones. And you can also see 1.3 billion views. These are the number of views we are talking about on NPTEL site so far. So that is, you can almost say it's a population of a few countries put together, right? And we do have our own unique YouTube channel, which is ad-free. Only the courses will come there. So we have 3.7 million YouTube subscribers today. Keep in mind, this is an educational channel. So these many subscribers speaks for itself. So it is very popular. Those of you who have not taken up NPTEL courses so far, this is the right time for you to join an NPTEL course and improve your knowledge, skill yourself so that when you go for a job, or if you're already working, you're looking for a promotion, you're looking to change your domain of work. All this can be accomplished if you skill yourself through NPTEL courses. And you can see that 52,000 plus hours of videos now have PDF as well as English subtitles. Later on, we'll also tell you how you can contribute. Both students as well as faculty can contribute to translating this content to local languages. So we have started an initiative about a year back where Government of India has been helping or has been requesting us to also translate some of the videos into some 11 Indian languages. So how you can help, that is something we will tell you later today. Next slide, please. All right, next poll. Why should you do an NPTEL course? Of course, I've been talking about take up an NPTEL course. As a student, as a faculty, the question comes to your mind, why should I do an NPTEL course? What are the benefits? Can you think of some benefits that you will have if you do an NPTEL course? Why should you do an NPTEL course? Go to menti.com. Those of you watching through YouTube, please go to menti.com and register your vote there. Why should you do an NPTEL course? What are the benefits? So you just have to type the word that comes to your mind, and that will show as a word cloud on the screen. Okay, I'm already seeing knowledge, certificate, IIT Madras, credits. Good. Others, please register, enter what comes to your mind. Why should you do an NPTEL course? Studio team. Okay, improve my knowledge, getting job, skill development. Very good, very good. Students, what do you think? Why would you do an NPTEL course? Better understanding, very good. Certificate, yes. Learning, core ideas. Keep in mind, these are all courses from various IITs. So keep that in mind. And so we are seeing only 20 people who have mentioned today. Many are mentioning in the YouTube chat window. I'm requesting you to please go to menti.com, enter the code and mention the words there. All of you students who are mentioning in the chat window, please go to menti.com and register your words there. Okay, I'm seeing more votes now. Very nice. We are forming a huge word cloud. So a lot of you are saying it is for certificate, it is for knowledge, it's for information, quality education, very good. Skill development, online certification, high learning, appreciate information related to courses, learning is free, expertise, very nice. Let's put the countdown now. 10 seconds is fine. All right, you have only 10 seconds to register your vote now. Please go ahead and register your vote. 7 seconds. Certification, I'm seeing IIT Madras, knowledge, increased knowledge, free. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so the voting is stopping now. Okay, so we are seeing a whole lot of words being put there. Efficiency is a word I'm seeing. Self-improvement. What a fantastic way of describing that. Yes, in all ways, taking a course is always going to be improving your skill level as well as your personality. To increase our skill, to develop our skills, great teachers, very good, very good. Thank you, all of you, for voting. Yes, all these points are relevant. So let us now go and see what are some of the benefits that you will get as a learner. So when I say learner, this includes students as well as faculty and any other learner who may not be working at this point. They may be at home. Doesn't matter. You are still a learner. We want to understand how NPTEL courses can benefit you. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, so we have put here some 6 points. So these are the points that we are going to discuss in the next half hour. Those of you who are very keen on understanding all about this, please watch, do not leave and go. Watch this and understand and improve your knowledge. So we are going to talk about credit transfer, how taking NPTEL courses will help you get credit transfer. We'll also talk about internships, soft skills training, domain scholar, how to become an expert in a certain domain, lab workshops, and then of course FDP points for faculty. Next slide, please. So credit transfer, many of you are not that familiar with this concept at all. So you may know that as per UGC norms, 14 hours of learning is equivalent to 1 credit. So what we are saying is, instead of a student taking up a course through the university or through the college, they can take an equivalent course through NPTEL and the universities can give them the credit equivalent. So for example, NPTEL has 4-week courses, 8-week courses and 12-week courses. So if a student is taking up a 4-week course, the video content that the student is expected to watch will come to approximately 10 hours. And each week they have to submit 1 online assignment. So 4 assignments will come to 1 hour each. So a total of 14 hours is expected to be spent by the student once he or she completes the 4-week course. So that constitutes the 14 hours of learning or equivalent to 1 credit. So what NPTEL is doing is we are recommending that if a student completes a 4-week course, the university or the college can give them 1 credit. Now, please note, we are the course offering institute. We do not give the credit. The university or the college has to give the credit. Many times students, after completing a course, they will write to us saying, okay, I've completed the course, can you give the credit now? So we do not give the credit. We are only recommending credit. It is the university or the college who has to give the credit. Now, of course, students will have in mind, for a 4-week course, for an 8-week course, I'm spending more time, because the course comes with the discussion forum, the course comes with some reading material, the course comes with some testing yourself assignments, and so on. I am completing all that also, which means I'm spending more time in these courses. So if that is the case, and if the college thinks that the student is indeed spending more time, you can decide if you want to give extra credits. So for example, for a 4-week course, we are recommending 1 credit. But if the university decides that, okay, the students are spending more time in these courses, let's give them 2 credits. That is totally fine by us. The credit number is just a recommendation from our side. We are not the credit giving authority. We do not have authority to give the credits to students. It is the university and the college who has to do that. So if you think 1 credit is fine, go with that. If you think more credit should be given, please go with that. So for a certification course, for the NPTEL certification courses, they have to watch video lectures. They can do test yourself weekly assignments. They can participate in discussion forums where they can post their doubts. They can go through other text transcripts, etc. for reference that's given there. All this put together comprises a course for the student. And at the end, if the student is interested in writing the exam, they have to pay and write the exam, and they will get certified if they pass based on our criteria. Next slide, please. Okay, so what is the credit transfer process? Now that we have understood what credit transfer means, what should the university do, or what should the college? And it can be an autonomous college, it can be a deemed university, but if it is an affiliated college, then that university has to make the decision. So one thing we say is the university can pass regulations regarding credit transfer. So they can be, clauses where they say how you have to handle core courses versus elective courses, whether it should be a pass-fail course, and the list of courses for every year. You can go through the list of courses that we are publishing. So for example, Jan 2022, we have 592 courses available today for certification. There's a huge number of courses, a huge list. So this course list is put up on our website at least 6 months prior to the start of the semester. So the college, the HODs or the university officials, they can go through the list and make a shorter list of the courses that can be taken by your students, and then come up with the policy for that particular semester. So there are many universities who are now doing that. They will put out a list of courses saying these are the courses that a UG student can take up and get credit. These are students that a PG student can take up and get credit, and so on. So you can make up your own policy. So there are universities where they say exam will be conducted by the university, the course and the assignments should be submitted by the student through NPTEL. So that is also one way of looking at it. So one thing you have to keep in mind is NPTEL will not be conducting supplementary exams. Both students and faculty should understand that. So if a student unfortunately does not pass the exam, there is no other way for the student to again get it passed through NPTEL. So when the regulation is prepared by the university or the college, you have to come up with an alternate mechanism for students who do not pass the NPTEL course. That is, there are universities, there are colleges who will conduct their own internal exams, and they will come up with their own criteria so that a student, if it's a final year student, this does not stand in the way of their graduation. So another thing we recommend is keep it flexible, meaning the list of courses, again, make it as a choice that they can make, rather than say this is the compulsory course that you have to take. Also, we always say, first year students, don't make it mandatory for them. Final year students, don't make it mandatory. You can try it for the second year and third year students if it's a 4-year course. First year students, they are just come out from schools, they are getting used to the college, curriculum and syllabus and timing and so on. So if they are interested, let them take it out of their own interest, but do not make it mandatory. Similarly, for a student who is graduating, whether it's a 3rd year or 4th year student who is graduating that year, do not make it compulsory for those students also, because The courses should not be tied to their graduation. Many times we see mails from students saying, I'm graduating this year, I did not pass the exam, what should I do? Or the NPTEL results have not come out yet, can you please publish my result alone, which we cannot do. So we always say, let them take this classes, that is fine, but do not tie that with their graduation. Also, now we have this new initiative called NPTEL domains, where a student can take a bunch of courses together and become a domain star. That is, they can now become an expert in a particular domain. So these courses can be looked at by the universities and recommended to the students. So they will be picking those courses, choosing those courses to complete, so that they will also become a domain expert, and they will get a special certificate for that from NPTEL. So these are some points you have to keep in mind while you process the credit transfer regulations. Next slide, please. Okay, so next question. Does your college or university extend credit transfer to students for NPTEL courses? This is a question for the audience. Please go to menti.com, enter the code. Now you know the process. You can say yes, no, or I do not know. That is fine too. Does your college or university extend credit transfer to students for NPTEL courses? Please register your votes. Audience, please go to menti.com and do this. Okay, how is the Divya? How is the voting so far? Okay, let's start the countdown. Okay, only these many students have registered the vote. Those of you who have not voted yet, please go ahead and vote. Audience, this is an interactive session. Please participate in voting. Do you know if your college or university extends credit transfer to students for NPTEL courses? You have 15 more seconds to register your vote. All right. Many of you have said that you do not know. Okay, that is also fine. So this is the time for you to approach your college authorities and ask if you can take up an NPTEL course for credit. If you do not know who the SPOC is, please write to us. We will connect you with the college authorities. You can approach them, ask them, get the information, and then take up NPTEL courses. So it's okay if you do not know if the answer to this question. Many have said yes also. Okay, so good. So let's move on to the next slide, please. Okay, so do the IITs give credit transfer for NPTEL courses? Are we just talking, or are we also practicing what we preach? Do IITs give credit transfer for NPTEL courses? Keep in mind, IIT students are already accessing the lecture materials from IIT professors. Do they still come to NPTEL? Do they complete NPTEL courses? Yes, no, please vote. See, many of you are registering your answers in the YouTube chat window. Can you please go to menti.com and register your answers there? Saying your yes or no, please register your answers there. Does your college, university extend credit transfer to students? Are IITs participating? Please vote there in menti.com. Okay, have you started the voting? Okay, please start the voting. Okay, I mean, the countdown has started. Do IITs do credit transfer from NPTEL courses? Once again, please register your vote in menti.com. Okay, voting is closed. So majority of you are saying IITs are using NPTEL courses for credit transfer. Let's see if you are right. Next slide, please. Okay, so whatever you are saying is correct. IITs do allow NPTEL courses for credit transfer. You can see on the screen IIT Madras, IIT Kanpur, Roorkee, Bombay, Tirupati, Palakkad. A whole number of IITs have approved credit transfer for their students through NPTEL courses. So these are the students who are already taking classes with NPTEL, I mean with IIT faculty. On top of that, they are completing courses through NPTEL also. So that speaks for itself. Now, IIT Kharagpur has implemented it a slightly different way. Well, they have a PhD program for working professionals. So IIT Kharagpur has implemented this NPTEL credit transfer through NPTEL courses for that PhD program. So depending on each institute, they apply it, implement it differently. So this is the right time for all the colleges out there to think about this, to talk to your college authorities, to talk to the management and make sure that this is getting implemented. Okay, next slide, please. All right, so now I hope everybody has understood about the credit transfer process and how to go about it. So the next benefit that we want to talk about is the internships that we offer for course toppers. This internship will be with IIT faculty. So we started this process in 2018. It has been going on for the past 3 years. So how does this happen? When students become toppers in a course, what we do is we check with the IIT faculty if they are interested in offering internship that particular semester. It can be a summer internship, it can be a winter internship. And if the faculty is okay with that, what we do is we write to the course toppers and ask if they are now interested. If yes, the student is invited to spend time at the IIT. So let's say it's a course offered by IIT Kanpur. The student gets to come to the IIT Kanpur campus, spend 4 weeks, 8 weeks with the faculty and his research group and work on a project with the faculty. So you can see 40, 50, about close to 200 interns have been working with us. Because of the pandemic, in between we had to stop because in-person internships could not happen. But once the pandemic season is over, we will continue this process. So the idea is students should not aim to just pass the course. They should become toppers of these courses. Only toppers are given such opportunities. So faculty out there, please encourage your students to become toppers in their courses so that they can make use of this fantastic opportunity that is becoming an intern for an IIT faculty. So there will be a stipend also. So the students' expenses will be covered. They will get to stay inside the IIT campus and work very closely with the faculty as well as the research group. Next slide, please. So the next point that we want to say is the one other benefit now students from local chapters and other colleges can get is many times we see, or even the industry feedback is that the students who are completing NPTEL courses, they are quite skilled, but what we see is they are lacking in soft skills. So from NPTEL, what we are doing is we have now a soft skills training program where if a college feels that, okay, they do not have the funds to do their own soft skills training, then they can approach us. Or when we write to you, you can tell us how many students are interested in doing this. So we have experts, we have hired experts for this. So we will train the students. You can see the glimpses. Experts are doing one-on-one interviews as well as they are doing it as a group interview. So what we do is we first ask them to come in a group. We do online mock interviews. We give them feedback. Next we do one-on-one interviews. And then we will also have spoken English tests. They will help them build their resume and so on. So our target is typically colleges in tier 2 and tier 3 towns. So any college, any faculty who is listening out there today, if you are interested, if your college is interested, please write to us. We will help you. Next slide, please. So the process it's usually typically 1 week, 7 days or 14 days training. So we will do 20 students per batch, and then we do a pre-assessment of the students, and then we focus on communication skills, writing skills, resume building, interpersonal skills, and finally how to network. These days, every job search, you have to go and look up on the internet. You should know which website to look for, how to post your resume, what keywords you have to look for, etc. Right? So these are things that you will be trained at during this training program. So every day, so please understand, the students are not going to be just listening to somebody talk. They will be given assignments to complete. The trainers will check that, they'll give feedback and so on. It is going to be a very interactive session for the students. It will be very, very beneficial for the students who have not undergone such training previously. And the feedback that we have been receiving is tremendous. What they say is their confidence is going up. They are able to attend interviews now very confidently, and many are attaining internships as well as jobs. At the end of the training period, we will give them a participation certificate, but we insist on at least 80% attendance. So those who do not attend the program will not get a participation certificate. Now, another thing is we do conduct these training workshops through our college partners. So we do have a single point of contact at these colleges. We insist that these SPOCs or the single point of contact also participate in the training program, so they get the first-hand idea as to how the training is conducted, what is happening, how many students are coming, etc. So that you can also help them. See, once a first batch is over, you can come back with the next batch of students. You may have a second year batch student, a third year batch student, doesn't matter. You can come back again and again, and we will help you. And for now, we have some funds from our CSR companies. So we are giving this for free. So those colleges, SPOCs out there who are listening in today, students, please write to us, we will help you. So you can see the photos. Many students are participating in such training programs. Next slide, please. So these are some of the companies who have hired our toppers based on the performance. Okay. After soft skills training, many students were able to get jobs in the below companies such as TCS and IBM and HCL Technologies, Infosys, so many big names. You can see Byju's, Schindler India Limited, Vivekananda Institution, so many big names you can see. So after the soft skills training, students are coming back and telling us that I got a job, my confidence is really high now, I'm very comfortably attending interviews now, and so on. So there have been other opportunities also for students. Companies such as Infosys and Capgemini and so on, they have hired for jobs also from our toppers, such as systems engineers and software developer and so on. So you can see that a lot of companies are hiring through us. This is a very nice opportunity for students who are not comfortable in speaking in English or presenting themselves during an interview and so on. The trainers will help you, will guide you as to how to attend interviews. Next slide, please. Okay, so the next benefit is we recognize toppers. So the last 3 slides I have mentioned the word toppers. That is, students who become toppers in NPTEL courses always get special recognitions, special opportunities through NPTEL. So we see that there are many students who are taking multiple courses through NPTEL. So we are categorizing them as NPTEL superstars and NPTEL believers and NPTEL discipline stars and so on. So the criteria for each of these stars is different. So for example, NPTEL superstars, the criteria you can see, appeared in 4, 5 or 6 exams, and they were topper in at least 3 exams. So people who are becoming toppers are recognized, and their names, their photos will come on our website. And this is something the college can showcase to your recruitment teams. When the companies come for recruitment, if a student has been identified as a superstar, you can highlight this to the company so that the student gets hired. So this is some recognition that we give to the toppers. So again, this is not just for students, any NPTEL learner. So it can be a faculty, it can be a student, it can be an industry person. So we do not differentiate between our learners. It can be from any of you. I can be a learner, you can be a learner. So I can aim to become a topper so that I'll get a lot more opportunities and recognition through NPTEL. Next slide, please. So NPTEL star learners, you can see the numbers have been growing steadily. We started recognizing this in 2019. Today we have so many, in the hundreds, in the thousands, who are aiming for becoming toppers and becoming NPTEL stars. So these NPTEL stars do get special certificates from us and also t-shirts as a gift from us. So students out there, please aim to become NPTEL stars. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is a new initiative that we started about a year and a half back. So what we have done is we have bunched together a few courses. So all these courses, let's say they are in a certain basket, and if a student completes those courses, there is certain criteria to complete these courses. That is, for each course they should get at least 60 marks. All the courses should be completed within 3 years, and so on. If they satisfy all this criteria, we give them a special certificate called domain certificate. What does that mean? That the student has become an expert in that particular domain. Okay, so this is very good for people who are trying to compete in technical competitions, preparing for gate exams, but applying for jobs in a certain domain. So for example, let's say you are a mechanical engineering student and you want to take up some courses in data science. So you can aim to become a domain expert in data science. So in colleges, once you join a mechanical engineering stream, so you are limited to only certain courses from other domains. Predominantly, you will be doing mechanical engineering courses. But through NPTEL, there is no such limitation. You can come and join any course you like, and you can aim to become an expert in that particular domain. So there are many students who, for example, they may be doing aerospace engineering, and then they will come and complete the domain certification in artificial intelligence. So the combination is so good that many companies look for such combinations and they hire them immediately. So this is something the faculty, the college principals, students can focus on. And when they are preparing courses for credit transfer also, go through the courses that are in the domain certification and make sure the students are told that if you complete these certification courses, you are going to be considered as an expert in that particular domain. Next slide, please. So you can see there are quite a few disciplines. So aerospace, biotechnology, chemical, civil, faculty discipline, humanities, management, mathematics, and so on. So see, there is a discipline specifically for faculty. So we have a fundamental domain and an advanced domain. Faculty, please go look it up today itself. The link is given at the top of the screen. You can just go to nptel.ac.in/noc/domain. So you just have to go to that particular link and all details will be given there. Next slide, please. So the remaining disciplines are shown here: computer science, electrical, mechanical, metallurgical. A lot of domains under computer science, for example, artificial intelligence, data science, programming, and so on. So each course, each domain will have a bunch of courses. So for example, if it is artificial intelligence course, you will have, say, 3 or 4 core courses and 3 or 4 elective courses. So all these courses, there is no other process. Just like joining an NPTEL course, you just have to join the NPTEL course, these courses that are offered, and complete it by scoring 60 marks and above, and you have to complete that bunch of courses within 3 years. If you do that, you will be given a special certification called Domain Scholar Certificate, which you can use for your career and your job profile and so on. Next slide, please. So this is the sample certificate that we have been providing for domain certification. You can see it's a very nice looking certificate. Your photo, your domain, etc. will be there. Our coordinator signatures are there, and the marks that you scored will also be displayed. There's a QR code. When you submit it to some authority for your job or something, they can verify the authenticity of this certificate by just scanning the QR. So they do not have to even write to us. They can scan the QR code and verify the authenticity of the certificate. Next slide, please. Okay, so some of the domain scholars, again, this is an old list. I think the current list is being put together. A lot of domains are completed by students and faculty. You can see programming, data science, all are very popular. You can see faculty domain advanced. 13 faculty have completed. Again, patents and intellectual property rights, it's a very popular domain for faculty to complete. You can see 7 faculty and 4 employed have completed. So these are all some numbers that we want to show. At the bottom of the screen, some interesting numbers are displayed. So for example, number of learners yet to complete just one more course to become a domain scholar, that is 91. So approximately 100 students will immediately become domain scholars after the end of a certain semester. Similarly, if they complete 2 more courses, another 400 will become domain scholars. So this should be hugely motivating for all the learners out there to go and search for courses that come under domain certification and aim to complete that within a certain period. Next slide, please. Okay, so next question. It's once again poll time. Go to menti.com and register your votes. How many of you enjoy hands-on working? Do you enjoy just theory, or you also like to do experiments in labs? Please register your vote. How many of you enjoy hands-on work? Go to menti.com and register your votes. Please go to menti.com and register. Okay, let's put the countdown now. 30 seconds countdown is on the screen. Please go to menti.com, register your votes. Okay, 5 more seconds. Please register. Okay, the voting is closed. So many are saying that they are very, very interested in participating in labs and experiments. So let us see why we asked this question. Next slide, please. Okay, so the next benefit that you can get from lab certification courses. NPTEL offers lab certification courses at good institutes such as IISER Pune, IISER Kolkata, even in IIT Madras. So what we do is these are 1 week in-person workshops. Okay, so the students who are selected to participate in these lab certification courses are invited to that particular institute. So the IISERs are particularly famous for their labs, world-class labs they have. So you can see a lot of IISERs have offered lab certification courses, and we have the mechanical design simulation practice from IIITDM Kanjipuram, that is in Chennai, IISER Pune, IISER Kolkata. All these institutes have offered lab certification courses. So once we offer, what we do is in that particular domain. So for example, if it is a biology lab, then we will contact students who are interested, and particularly toppers are again targeted. These are some benefits that we give to course toppers. So students out there, please aim to become a topper. Okay, a lot of benefits come from NPTEL for toppers. So this will be a combination of theory and practical sessions, and finally there will be a lab exam, and based on your attendance, based on the exam, you will be given a certificate also. Next slide, please. Okay, the final benefit that I want to discuss is the FDP by AICTE. So UG, the elective and advanced courses have been approved as FDP courses. So AICTE every semester, they go through our NPTEL courses and they approve many of our courses for FDP. So what is FDP? Faculty Development Program. All faculty out there, you know that you have to complete certain FDP programs each year, perhaps each semester. So what we do is we put out the courses saying this is okay, this course can be taken for FDP. So if a faculty registers for that NPTEL course and they pass the exam based on our criteria, then that particular faculty will get one extra certificate, that is an FDP certificate. So this can be used towards FDP for the faculty's career advancement. So for the extra certificate, they just have to pay extra 100 rupees and get the certificate. Next slide, please. So this is a sample certificate. You can see the AICTE logo and NPTEL logo there. AICT chairman certificate signature and our NPTEL coordinator, Professor Andrew's signature is there. The name, course name, marks, photo, everything is given there. At the back side of the certificate, a QR code will also be given so that the if at all any requirement for authenticity is there, they can check. Now, criteria for FTP certificate. For a 4-week course, it is considered as a half FTP of 1 week. And for an 8-week course, it is full FTP. 12-week course, it's 1.5 FTP. So because this is based on the number of hours of engagement that we think the faculty will spend. So number of weeks, if it is 4-week course, it's approximately 11 to 12 hours of engagement. That is equivalent to half FTP of a week. Hope you understand this. So if faculty, please come and look for courses that are taken for FTP and join those courses. Next slide, please. Okay, so now that we have mentioned a few of the NPTEL initiatives, what are the other NPTEL initiatives that you are aware of? Are you aware of any other NPTEL initiatives? We have a few more. Let us see if you are aware of any of the other NPTEL initiatives. Go to menti.com, use the code, and then please mention some of the other initiatives that you are aware of. Please vote, register your vote. Go to menti.com and register your vote. Okay, let the voting, I think voting has started. Let's see some of the other viewers also. CSR, okay. Gate portal, fee waiver support, online free courses, so go to menti.com and enter the code and then please mention your vote. Okay. You have 25 more seconds to register your vote. Those of you joining through the YouTube link, please register your vote there. Ten seconds. Okay, so voting is closed. So some of you have said GATE exam preparation, free of cost, fee waiver support, outside India exam, foreign languages, offline exam, knowledge, etc. Okay, so there are a few more initiatives that we want to discuss. So can you go to the next slide, please? Okay, so GATE coaching. Yes, some of you have mentioned this. So we previously had a GATE coaching portal, which has been revamped now. So later on, I will show you the portal. So the mapping of GATE questions to NPTEL videos and solution videos are given in this portal. So the previous year's questions, each question will be mapped to a certain NPTEL video. When you click on that link, it will take you to that particular video. You can watch and learn for yourself. And on top of that, solution videos for these GATE problems are also being put up. So you can go and search for your course, your topic, and then go through the solutions and prepare using this portal. So many of you aspiring to write the GATE exam and get into, some government jobs, or, get into some prominent institutes for your masters and so on. You pay a lot of money to, some coaching institutes for this process. So here is an opportunity where you can access good coaching from a portal that is free. There is no money involved. Students and faculty, please note this. Please spread this news that GATE platform is there, so you can tell your students about it. Next slide, please. So we also conduct exams outside India. So many students living outside India who take up NPTEL courses, they also want to write exam. They also want to get certified. Previously, they used to travel to India to write the exam. We have had students who live abroad, that is in the US, in Australia, and so on. They take a flight, come to India, to one of the cities, write the exam, and go back. Now, what we are doing is we are providing online, remote proctored exams for students from outside India. In some cities, we have established exams centers in foreign cities also. So, for example, in the United Arab Emirates, that is UAE, we have 3 centers in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and Sharjah. We have recently fixed the partners in Sri Lanka, that is in Colombo and Jaffna. We also have now centers in Bahrain, potentially in Kuwait, in Oman, and so on. So we are looking for exam partners outside India, so the students can come to an exam center and write exams there. Within India, every student has to come to an exam center and write. They have to choose an exam city in India and write the exam. Outside India, if we have an exam center, students come and write there. Otherwise, we do provide remote proctored exams for a small number of students. Next slide, please. So previously, I was mentioning about translation effort. So with government funds, we are now also translating NPTEL video content, the transcripts into 11 different languages. So how does it happen? The video is already ready and the English transcript is already ready. So we give it to faculty or even students to do the translation in various languages. And then a quality check is also done by a senior faculty member. And finally, it is published on our website. Next slide, please. So you can see these are the 8 languages and 3 more languages have been added recently. So we have translations going on in Bengali, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Malayalam, Marathi, Tamil, and Telugu. And the 3 new languages that have been added very recently are Assamese, Punjabi, and Odia. Okay, so all these languages translation is happening. Any of you out there who is interested in translation, please write to us. We will help you. We'll guide you to the right team. You can help us translate. So once you've completed your translation, there is an honorarium that we'll be giving to the translators. We will also be giving you a completion certificate and your name will also come on our website. So these are the benefits that you will have when you help us in translation. Next slide, please. Okay, so we also offer the special lecture CD. So many times especially during the pandemic, when colleges are closed, the students are at home, we had conducted a survey among students and they were all saying, we want some special CDs where experts from various fields talk about career opportunities and what we actually get to do. If, let's say, for example, I become a programmer, if I become a teacher, if I become a developer, and so on. So we brought in some experts from these fields and they gave 1-hour lecture series where they talk about career prospects, what they are actually doing as a civil service person, as a developer, as a teacher, etc. So that the students watching can get a better understanding as to how to or whether they should choose that particular career. So this was very popular and the videos are still available on our website. Next slide, please. All right, so the next poll question, guess the max age range of our NPTEL learners. So we already mentioned we have students, we have faculty, we have industry people taking up NPTEL courses. Can you guess the max age range of our NPTEL learners? Please go to menti.com, enter the code and mention your answer. Go to menti.com and register your vote, please. Guess the max age range of our NPTEL learners. Please register your vote through menti.com. The code is given at the top of the screen. You can do it through your mobile also. Go to menti.com, enter the code and then register your vote. The voting has started. Please go ahead. Okay, we can see quite a wide range. So some are saying 70 to 80, 18 to 30, 65 to 75. Nice. So the countdown has started. I mean, can you start 10 seconds, please? Okay, you have 10 more seconds to register your vote. Please go ahead. 5 seconds. Please register your vote. All right, the voting is closed now. So we are seeing 70 to 80 as the number. Let us see if you are right. Next slide, please. All right, so this is the age distribution that we are seeing on NPTEL. So you can see people who are at the age group of 10 to 15. We have 65 students who have taken up exams. These are numbers from 2020. So 2021 numbers we have to update. Again, we have age ranges from 86 to 90 also. Young learners who are 90 years old have also taken up exams. So those of you who voted close to 80 and 90, you are right. So we have quite a few learners who are, senior citizens who are retired. They are not looking for career growth or anything, but they are still interested in learning. So they come to NPTEL to take exams. Similarly, a big bunch of learners are students in the age group of 21 to 25. So which is very good to know that students are interested in taking up NPTEL courses, get themselves skilled. Next slide, please. So the number of courses, as you can see, people who are taking just one course versus there are people who have taken even 47 courses through NPTEL. So a lot of students these days, they come back for more courses. So you can see the number of courses, 20, 30, 40 courses being taken by a big number of students and learners out there. Next slide, please. Yeah, so we have learners such as Mr. Aditya Vignesh, who is currently working at DRDO Bhubaneswar, who has taken 47 courses. We have faculty such as Mr. Ashok from Chennai College, Mr. Vijay Murray from Sri Shivaji College, who has taken some 30 plus courses. Then we have people who are in the industry who have taken many courses. So you can see it's a wide variety. This is just a small number that we are showing. A wide variety of learners are taking many courses. So students who say we don't have time for even one extra course, you should feel motivated by seeing these numbers here. You should go back, start with at least one course and then complete it and see if you are able to move on to more courses. Next slide, please. All right, so now that we have been speaking about NPTEL courses and NPTEL certification and so on, what are the steps involved? So you have to go to a certain link. We will show you where it is. You can join any number of courses. So this semester, January 2022 semester, we have 592 courses open for enrollment. That is for joining. You can join all 592 if you are interested, or 10 courses, 15 courses as you wish. Then you have to go through the videos. You have to submit assignments on time. And if you are interested in certification, you have to register for exams. It is 1,000 rupees per course. And each semester you can write a max of 6 courses. So it is 1,000 per course, and there are some waivers applicable for certain categories such as PWD, SC, ST, etc. They pay 500 per course. So for general category students, it is 1,000 per course. And like I said, up to 6 courses can be taken per semester. So once you register for the course, you pay the fees, etc. Then at some point, you will be sent a link to download the hall ticket. Then you go to the exam center, take the in-person exam center, and based on NPTEL criteria, where if you pass, you will be given the e-certificate. And so this is very simple. Joining is free. Register for exam, write the exam, get certificate. It's as easy as that. So we have 4-week, 8-week, and 12-week courses, different types of courses such as engineering, management, humanities, and so on. In this semester, the exam dates are on March 27th and April 23, 24. We usually conduct exams in the morning session as well as afternoon session. If you fill the exam form, we will allocate you to morning or afternoon exam based on the availability of seats in each center. Okay, so please come, join the courses, register for exams, and complete the process. Next slide, please. Okay, so there are, like I kept saying, the criteria that we look for if a student has to pass the exam. So the final score calculation for certification purpose, we take it as 25% from online assignments and 75% from the final proctored exam. So the marks are divided as 10 marks out of 25 for assignments and 30 out of 75 for the final exam. A combination of 40, that is 10 plus 30, 40 marks is the minimum marks you have to get to consider as passed. So if a student submits only assignments and thinks that, okay, I have scored enough, I should get the certificate, sorry, you will not be given the certificate, you should write the exam also. Similarly, if a student absolutely does not submit assignments and comes and write only the final exam, they will also not get, they may have scored 90 out of 100 in the exam. They will still not get the certificate because our criteria is assignments plus exam. So keep that in mind. Many times students make a mistake of missing assignments and they say, I have scored well in exam, give me certificate. Sorry, that does not meet our criteria. We cannot give you a certificate. So keep that in mind. Submit all assignments. It's all learning for you. Write the final exam, get the certificate. So those who score above 90% in the exam, the final combined marks, we will show a gold emblem in the certificate. Those who score between 75 and 89, they get a silver emblem. Those who score above 60 will get an elite emblem. And those who score just the pass marks, that is 40 to 59%, they'll get a successfully completed certificate. Again, no certificate for those who score less than 40%. So keep that in mind while you are preparing for the exam and so on. And of course, students, faculty, for your own reasons, you may miss submitting one assignment, or you may have just missed the deadline and so on. Is that critical? For a 4-week course, what we do is we take the best 3 out of 4 assignments. So even if you miss one assignment, it should be okay. You should be able to make up with the remaining 3. Similarly, for an 8-week course, it is 6 out of 8. And for a 12-week course, it is 8 out of 12 assignments. So if you miss 1 or 2 assignments here and there, should be okay. But you still have to get the 25% marks from assignments. Next slide, please. Okay, this is the sample certificate. You can see the logo, NPTEL logo, your photo, your marks, your name, everything is there. And the gold emblem will be shown. If you are a topper in the course, that will also be shown. And a total number of candidates who have been certified in this course is also given there. So this will show for a potential employer when they see out of 1,000 students, this student has scored 85 marks, which is very good. So that will give a different perspective for them. So please aim for more marks. Don't just aim to complete a course. Aim for more marks. Next slide, please. Backside of the certificate, we have given the QR code. So then employers or your college, whoever is checking the certificates, they can verify the authenticity of the certificate. Next slide, please. Okay, so now I want to show you how to join a course. Swayam.gov.in. You search for Swayam. Divya, can you share your screen and go to Swayam? I'm sorry? Yes. Stop sharing the screen and then go to swayam.gov.in. So we will show the, are you sharing a screen? How to join a course, what all features are available inside the portal, that we will show. So quickly we will run through this portal. So this is swayam.gov.in. You can see at the top portion of the screen, swayam.gov.in. So let's say I want to search for an NPTEL course. I scroll down, I click on the NPTEL logo that is shown there. Then you see this screen. So you can click on View Course Catalog. Okay, so all NPTEL courses will be shown here. So on the left hand side, you can see filters are there. So let me remind you, if you have not logged in, it will ask you to sign in using your email ID. Please do that. Since we have already logged in, it's not asking us. Otherwise, see, this is the page you will see. Click on Google and you will be logged in. Okay, you go back to the screen, again go to NPTEL logo, click on View Course Catalog, and then let's search for the course. So on the left hand side, all the filters are there. Let's go for a 8-week course. So how do you do that? Under course duration, go for 8 weeks. So all 8-week courses are going to be shown on the right hand side. Now I'm looking for a computer science course. So go to category, click on the drop down there, go to engineering and technology option, then click on computer science. Okay, I'm clicking on computer science and engineering option. Yes, that's the one. And on the right hand side, all computer science courses will be displayed. Now I am interested in the course called Data Science for Engineers. So please click on 1 second. All the details are given on the screen there. It's an 8-week course. Exam date is given. Enrollment ends on Jan 31st. Those details are given there. Now I have clicked on the course, that box there. So the details are shown here now. So can you scroll down a little bit? You can see the intro video there. Please watch the video. This will give you an understanding, a brief understanding of the course. On the right hand side, you can see a summary, and you can see this is an AICTE approved FDP course. At the bottom, it's given there. So this is a way by which the faculty can check here and make sure that you're joining an FDP course. So when you scroll down, the learning objectives, outcomes are given, intended audience is given, what kind of industry supports these kind of courses, the course layout. This is important. Go through the course layout, understand what is going to be taught. Some books and references are given. Scroll down, please. And a brief intro of the course instructor. It's also given there. Finally, the criteria, etc. are given, which we have already discussed. So now that I've gone through all the details, now I'm ready to join. You can see that 10,000 students have already joined the course. So now I'm going to be the next person. So I'm going to join the course. Click on the join button. It's very easy. If you had previously joined to a course, some details will be pre-filled in this form. If you're joining for the first time, you have to go and fill the details. Otherwise, it is a pre-filled form. So let's say I want to make some changes. What do? I go and click on the edit profile at the top of the screen. Can you go and show that edit profile? You already clicked that. Okay. Okay, so now I want to update. So profession, I'm going to choose as a faculty. So now it is showing as student. I'm going to choose as faculty. So faculty out there, if you are looking for an FDP certification, you have to choose your profession as faculty. There's another option called employed, but you should be choosing only faculty. Okay. And if I'm a student, I choose only student. Don't go and click on other. Click on student. Let's click on student now. Okay. So education details. There's a question called part of a SWAYAM local chapter. Are you a student from a local chapter? How do you know? If you are not aware of it, there's a link that is given there, nptel.ac.in/local chapter. You can click there and check if your college is a local chapter. If your college is a local chapter, you have to mention the option as yes. So what will happen then? Your college will be shown at the bottom of the screen. So I have said yes to local chapter. Now I am choosing the state as Maharashtra. Okay, so all Maharashtra colleges will be listed here now. So let's pick a college there. Okay, so this is the college that I belong to. So I have picked the college name there. Then the roll number, it is important for the colleges to track the students. So mention your roll number, your degree, your department. If your department is not there, please pick the closest one. Then your study year, third year, second year, whatever you want to mention, you mention there. Then you click on the I agree. There is a terms of service and honor code, and that is it. So if you have already joined a course previously, all this will be filled for you. If you want to change something, click on edit. And now that I've clicked on the join button, this is the screen that I will see. You will see the thank you for registering message at the top of the screen, and then a welcome content will be shown. A similar welcome mail would have come in your email inbox also. So this is the course page. This is the page where all the learning content is going to come. On the left hand side, you can see how does an NPTEL online course work. So many short videos are given there. So please, faculty and students, we encourage you to watch these videos to understand what is certification criteria, or what is MCQ and MSQ assignments, how will it look like, etc. All these are shown there. And scroll down, please. Then you can see some practice assignment. Week 0 is given there. So this is just for practice. You can click on, let's click on the first one, FAQ. So there's an FAQ that's given there. Then there is a week 0 question paper, practice week 0. So this is a sample assignment. There is no marks associated with this. Just see how the assignment looks like for you to practice, and then the solutions are also given there. So once the course starts, the week 1 videos and assignments will be posted. Can you click on week 1? So you can see videos are available. So introduction to R, data science for engineers. So if you click on it, on the right hand side, video will appear. And at the bottom of the screen, you can see the transcript is also available. So the courses for which transcript is available will be available here for scrolling also. Okay, so this is how a typical course page will look like. At the end of week 1, can you scroll down? So there will be a quiz or an assignment. Click on it. So the assignment is for the week 1 for this particular course for this semester. Assignment is already up there. So you can watch the videos, come and submit. At the top of the screen, you can see a due date. So that is the date within which the assignment must be submitted. Once the assignment is submitted and the due date is closed, then what will happen? The solutions will be displayed on the screen. Okay, so this is a typical course page. So then if you go to the progress tab at the top, so this is where your assignment scores will be shown. And again here, if you want to unsubscribe from this particular course itself, then you can click there. Okay, and then ask a question. Can you click on ask a question tab? So this is where this is a discussion forum. This is what we refer to as discussion forum. So this is where you can see a lot of questions have been posted here. The professors will come and answer these questions. So please understand, this is a place for you to post questions related to the subject. So I have a question. What is happening in this video at this particular spot? So then the professors will look at it and they will give you answers. Okay. So this is where you have a chance to ask your doubts. So there is another tab. Can you go back? Another tab at the top of the screen called Mentor. This is something we will explain a bit later. So this is how a typical online course Swayam portal will look like. Okay. So can you go back to the PPT? Stop sharing this and go back to the PPT. So we'll quickly finish the PPT. Okay. We will. I think the next few screens you can skip. All this we have covered. Just go through this. This we have shown live also. Okay, so guess how many people have enrolled to NPTEL courses? Each semester, what do you think are the number of people who enroll to NPTEL courses? This is a poll that is open now. Please go and vote. Go to mentee.com, enter the code and vote, please. Please go to mentee.com and register your votes there. Okay, let's do the countdown now. I'm seeing 1 million, 10,000, 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs, and so on. Please register your vote. Ten more seconds. Five seconds. Register your votes, please. Okay, voting is closed. So let us see if your guess is correct. Let's go to the slide, please. Okay, so on the left, on the bottom screen, you can see 1.58 crore enrollments is what we have seen till date since 2014. So each semester we see about 20 lakh learners who are joining our courses and at least 2 to 3 lakhs students writing exams. So far 15 lakh students have taken exams through us. So these are big numbers, and till date about 3,500 online certification courses have been offered through our portal. So yes, some of you have guessed correctly. So top screen, you can see in the middle image, that is a typical exam center where students come and take the exam. Next slide, please. Okay, so we usually collect feedback about NPTEL through our social media. Please visit our social media handles. We have FB, we have Instagram, we have Twitter. Go and visit our social media handles, please. Next slide. Okay, NPTEL online certification. We'll just quickly go through this. So these are some of these disciplines where we are offering NPTEL certification courses. Aerospace is there, chemistry, civil. You can think of any engineering discipline, and we do offer courses. So physics, textile technology, mining, metallurgy, a lot of disciplines. Humanities is there, law, medicine, etc. Next slide, please. And these are some of the course offering institutes. So it's not just IITMs and IIC. We also have IIT Tirupati, Palakkad, IISER Pune, IISER Bhopal, IISER Trivandrum. We have University of Hyderabad, University of Delhi, CMI, Kerala School of Mathematics, National Law School of India, and 2 or 3 foreign universities also. And we have many courses that are now co-offered by the industry, such as we have courses offered by the IIT faculty along with industry such as glass industry, IBM, Google, and so on. Next slide, please. I think we can skip through this and go to the LC. Okay, so these are some statistics. If we have time, we'll go through it, but today I think we'll skip this. And let's go to local chapters. So local chapters are a way by which we partner with with colleges. So how do we reach out to students? So we decided that best way is to partner with the colleges. That is how today Vijay Moore sir and madam are the single point of contacts in their particular colleges, and they have become local chapters, and now they are helping us conduct this workshop also. So how to become a local chapter? There is no financial element involved. It is just a matter of you writing to us and us asking you to nominate one person from your college to be the single point of contact. So once that is established, then we will give you a login where all data pertaining to the candidates will be made available to the single point of contact. Next slide, please. So you'll be given 2 Spark logins. One is in SWAYAM login, another one in local chapter Spark login. So in SWAYAM login, we'll give you certain details. In local chapter login, we'll give you the remaining details. Next slide. So what are the benefits of college partnering with NPTEL? What are the benefits, right? Most important, like I said, is we will give you a unique login where we will directly share all learner data with the single point of contact. So when the student starts joining a course, from that point onwards, enrollment data, exam registration data, how many marks have been obtained, the certificates, the hall tickets, everything will be made available in the login. So as Professor Vijay Moore was saying previously that, it's easy for the SPOCs because you don't necessarily have to write to us for all this data. It is at your fingertips. You can simply log in using your email ID and then take the data directly from your login. Excuse me. Only if you miss certain data, you have to write to us, and we will either explain why it's not there, or if it is a genuine mistake, we will correct it from our side. So we have a team, a local chapter team in IIT Madras office and some of the other offices also. We have a dedicated team members who will be replying to every single mail that we receive from local chapter SPOCs. So local chapters can also request for exam cities. If, for example, your college is located in a place where we do not conduct exams, you can write to us. The only thing is we insist that there should be at least 200 candidates writing exam per exam session. Otherwise, it is not feasible for us to request for an exam center. Once the college convinces us that yes, students are taking exams. So for example, let's say the second semester students, third semester students, they are taking exams for credit. So definitely students will come and write the exam. So then we can work with our exam partner and make sure that exam center is provided in your exam city. Now keep in mind, we are not promising exams in your own college. An exam center will be provided in your city where the college is located. So students do not have to travel far. They can write the exams in their own town. Now faculty can also be nominated as mentors. SPOCs have to nominate these mentors. There is a steps, there is a process by which faculty first have to join the course. Then the SPOC has to nominate the faculty. Then this has to be informed to the students. The students have to accept the mentor, and then the mentor will now start following up with the students. They can monitor the students' performance. So how does this help? In many colleges where there are mentors for subjects, we see that students are performing better because the faculty mentors are helping them. Faculty mentors are guiding them, they are motivating them, and so on. So the steps are very easy. Faculty first have to join the course. So from some 500 plus courses, we have enrollment open only for 2 more weeks. So those of you who have not joined, please join today itself. It takes only 5 minutes. Go and join today itself. Again, we have some funds that we get from industry. So the NPTEL project itself is a non-profit organization. We are funded by the government. So any help that we want to give to the students has to come from the industry. So we approach industry not just for internships and jobs, etc. We also ask them for funding, which we can help the students. So the process is the students have to pay the fees upfront. They have to write the exam, they have to pass the exam, and then they can apply for fee waiver. So we get the recommended list from the SPOCs, and then we will give 50% fee waiver to students. So these are some special benefits only for local chapters. Okay, next slide, please. So we have some, now again the numbers are old. We have to update this slide. It is 4,500 plus local chapters are there now. Next slide, please. And we have a few outside India also. Next slide. Local chapter participation, it is very important because our SPOCs are, we call them as our ambassadors. They promote our initiatives to students, to faculty, and so on. So what we see is a healthy count of about 70 to 80% of students who register through us for NPTEL exams are from local chapters. So this is a very good number. So we hope that the SPOCs continue to support like this. Next slide. Okay, so we interact with SPOCs as SPOCs, mentors. We do ratings of local chapters every semester based on the participation of the students. Then we interact with SPOCs for soft skills training. We also invite SPOCs as exam observers. For our exams, we'll have one exam observer at every center. We seek help from our SPOCs in going to these centers as exam observers. We also seek out to SPOCs to nominate faculty, and they themselves can help us in the translation effort also. So anytime we need any kind of help, we first reach out to our SPOCs. So they in turn nominate their faculty, their other students, etc. for various initiatives. Next slide, please. So local chapter participation, I think we have already mentioned this. Next slide. Okay, so as I told you, we do put out ratings every semester. So the Jan-December 2021 ratings, we just published about 4-5 weeks back. So you can see top 10 colleges are given the rating as AAA. The next 40 is given AA, and the last 50 is given a single A rating. This is purely based on academic performance of the students. So you can see colleges from mix of states: Tamil Nadu, UP, Delhi, Bihar, Karnataka, Telangana, Haryana, etc. So we want colleges to come in this top 10 category very soon. So please encourage your students, motivate your students to do well. It is not about the count of students, it is about how well they perform in exams. Next slide. So these are the certificates that we give to colleges, SPOCs, etc. This is the criteria where we give a certain weightage to each category. So for example, 10 points to toppers, 8 points to gold candidates, and so on. We calculate it based on those numbers. We put out the ratings, and the top 100 local chapters are given the AAA, AA, and single A ratings. So this is, again, we recognize other categories also: best new LC, colleges with best faculty participation, again special category as art, science, and commerce, and so on. So we want to make sure that the colleges are appreciated this way. Next slide. This is a new category that we added in 2020. So we see that many local chapters are consistently coming in the top 100. So we decided to recognize them, and we had started giving a LC star certificate. Next slide. Okay, so these are the initiatives that we want to talk to you about. Let me Divya, can you go to the NPTEL portal? Let me quickly run through 2-3 things that you can look at. So Divya is going to nptel.ac.in. So this is our portal. Go to resources. Under resources, you can see courses. I'm sorry, go to courses. Under courses, you can see NPTEL courses. So this is where you can search for a course. So in the search window, you can introduction to research. Can you type introduction to research? Okay, so if I know the course name, I can immediately go there. Or on the left-hand side, you can search by discipline, search by institutions and so on. So can you click on the introduction to research course? So this, as you see, there is no login required. You directly go to the course page. So here you can see videos are there. Click on assignments. Top, yeah. So previous assignments are also available for students to go through. Then transcripts are available. Click on transcripts. You can see transcripts are also available. And then we have various languages. So for example, let's click on Marathi. So these transcripts are now, can you click on number 5? So when you click on it, you will see that the Marathi transcript is made available. So somebody who cannot download a video or does not have internet bandwidth, they can definitely download the localized version, or you have English transcripts also. Whatever is convenient for the students, we have made them available there. So this is a way by which students can search. Go to NPTEL page, please. Okay, so the boxes at the center, you can see local chapter is there, left bottom gate portal. Can you click on it? So this is the new portal that we were discussing previously. So you can see the video solutions are there, gate syllabus mapping. Can you click on gate syllabus mapping? So let's say I'm going to computer science and engineering. So you will see all you can click on the subject. Okay, let's go with compiler design. Again, I'm clicking on a topic, compiler design. So you can see the videos that are given here. You can click on the videos and understand the solutions. It is as easy as that. Go back to the gate portal, please. Okay, so at the top, you can see video solutions. Can you click on that? Again, just click on computer science. Yeah, year. Okay, CS 2021, yeah, S1. Yeah, again, so this is another way of searching and finding. So these are all different ways by which you can, again, question papers are also mapped there. Please go and explore this portal today itself. Go back to NPTEL page. So under resources, there are quite a few things. Help videos are there. Click on help videos. So we have put up various videos where if somebody does not understand how to enroll to a course, how to register for exam, etc. Videos, can you click on the first one? Yeah, how to enroll to an NPTEL course in various languages, videos are made available. So again, if somebody is not comfortable with English, share them the Marathi video or the Hindi video, make them understand the steps, and then it is as easy as that. So these are some of the things that, I mean, NPTEL portal itself, we have quite a few things to explore. Students, faculty, any learner out there, please explore today itself. So with this, I want to close this workshop. And in the YouTube, whoever has asked any doubts, I think our team has been helping. So I want to take this opportunity to thank my colleagues here, Divya and Nisha, who have been helping my technical team. I think Vignesh is helping us out today. And also the two colleges who came together today to help us conduct this workshop. Thank you so much. Divya, you can stop sharing now. Thank you, Vijay More sir, and thank you, Neha ma'am. Thank you for this opportunity. We very much appreciate this. We hope that students, faculty, learners, anyone who joined this session, this was helpful for them, and hopefully we will see more enrollment from various learners today. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. I now request Ms. Neha Midha ma'am to say vote of thanks.
Myself, Neha Midha, spoke Government Polytechnic, Panchkula, to take the privilege to say vote of thanks. I am very thankful to Kamla ma'am for giving extremely valuable information to faculty, staff, and students about NPTEL courses and different initiatives carry out throughout NPTEL local chapter. Ma'am has told about the various advantages of NPTEL, difference between NPTEL and SWAYAM. Ma'am explained very clearly about domain certification process that helps in preparing for technical competitions, certification courses in specific areas in a discipline, credit transfer process. Ma'am has clearly explained about FTP certificates and equivalency of FDP certificates to course to NPTEL course. Ma'am has also told about rating of local chapters every semester based upon the participation from the colleges, NPTEL Industry Associate and internships. Ma'am told about soft skill training. So I think all this is very helpful to our students and faculty, which they have learned from Kamla ma'am. I am really very thankful to Kamla ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Now I am thankful to our training and placement officer, Harish Sharma sir, for briefing our institute, and sir has very nicely highlighted importance of NPTEL courses for budding engineers. Thank you, sir, for briefing. Thank you, sir. I am really thankful to our principal, sir, Daljit sir, for giving permission to arrange this workshop and encouraging staff and students for registering various NPTEL courses. Sir, your words of motivation are inspiring for all of us. Thank you, sir. Now I am thankful to Professor Dr. M.U. Kharat, Vice Principal and Head of Department, Computer Engineering, Amities Institute of Engineering, Bhujbal Knowledge City, Nashik, Maharashtra, for their rightly pointing out the key success of online learning using NPTEL courses, as well as providing brief information about their college. Thank you, sir, for providing valuable information. I am also thankful to Professor Dr. Vijay Vani, Principal MIT's Institute of Engineering, Bhujbal Knowledge City, Nashik, for their constant encouragement to carry out NPTEL activities in their institute. I am also thankful to our HOD Computer Engineering, Paras Parashar ma'am, for constantly helping us and guiding us to carry out NPTEL local chapter operations in our institute. Thank you, ma'am. At last, I am thankful to all our HODs, faculty, staff, and students of Institute for attending this workshop. I am also thankful to Professor Vijay Moore, Spoke, MIT's Institute of Engineering, Bhujbal Knowledge City, Nashik, for helping in coordinating in this workshop. Thank you, sir. Last, I and Professor Vijay Moore, sir, are more thankful to NPTEL IIT Madras for providing us opportunity to jointly organize this NPTEL awareness e-workshop, by which our faculty, students, and staff are benefited by this valuable information. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I think we can stop the live
Yes,
session now. Studio team, please stop the live session and confirm to us. Vignesh, is the live session closed now? Vignesh, are you there? Just 1 second. I think they are just closing the live session. Thank you all so much. Thanks for coming together. We hope that this has helped all our learners. So Vijay More sir, Neha ma'am, and all the other dignitaries, thank you. Thanks again from the bottom of our hearts.